trade winds between the Canaries and the Cape Verdes are not very settled at this time of year, so we had to be careful when we chose to leave to catch some good wind and avoid a lot of motoring.
Well, what a difference a couple of hours makes. We were worried we were going to have to motor for 12 hours or more, but a couple of hours in, we've got out of the lee of the islands and we now have 12 knots of breeze. So we're sailing downwind nicely. That's Laganera in the background, and we've got the spinnaker up.
Cape Verdes, here we come!
It's 5:30 on day one. It's been going better than we had hoped today, really. We set off with the forecast looking very light, certainly for the first part, and expected to have to motor. But we've benefited, I think, from some breeze funneling between the islands, and we've actually been averaging until now 6.7 knots. The breeze is just starting to drop off and go aft now. We've been running all day, and I've noticed that some of the patches that we put on the mainsail, where the battens rub against the lowers, have worn through. So we're going to think again, and we're going to put some padding on the lowers themselves. We're going to pad out these with some socks, which we really don't need on this trip.
It's day 3 and we had a bit more of an eventful night last night. The breeze shifted round, so we had to jibe the spinnaker in the middle of the night, and then a couple of hours later it picked up to over 23 knots, so we had to drop it pretty quickly. Unfortunately for Matt, both of those times were in his off watch, so he's still in bed trying to get some sleep, but the breeze has steadied out and the wind vane self-steering system is working really well, so Florence is pretty much back to sailing herself.
It's Wednesday evening. Been going for just over 3.5 days now. We find after 3 days tend to get in the swing of things. Yesterday, after being up both of my off watches, I was a bit of a zombie. Feel quite a lot better today. Amy's been looking after me and letting me get some sleep.
Day 4 and we've had similar weather for most of the trip so far, so moderate winds and a gentle swell, just made for really easy sailing.
Been out here for 4 days now, and I think this is pretty much the first time we've seen another boat. It's very exciting.
Matt woke me up last night because we had a visit from some dolphins, which was the first time that we've seen any on this trip, so that was really nice. We both went to have a look at them on the bow, and then Matt got hit in the crotch by a flying fish. So yeah, that's really cool. Another couple of casualties of last night. The one that hit Matt was at least twice as big as this one.
We've just realised that our friends who lent us all their courtesy flags from when they went around the world probably didn't go to Cape Verde.
Oops.
So we need a flag. So we've just been searching through all the scraps we've got on the boat for something that's blue, white, red with some gold stars. So we've got some blue canvas, some white canvas and some white lighter weight canvas, some red spinnaker cloth and some yellow spinnaker cloth. So I guess we're going to make a flag.
Five miles left to go and we're finished.
But this is it then. We are coming to the end of our 750-mile trip to the Cape Verdes. We're just sailing into Sal. We're reefed down so that we go slowly because we're not too sure about the charts around here. Lots of yachts in the anchorage here, and they all look bigger than us. Apparently there's space for 30 boats. It looks like there's quite a lot here, so we'll try and slip in between them. We are smaller.
The Cape Verdes are made up of 10 larger and 4 smaller islands, although only 3 of these islands are authorised ports of entry and exit. We entered the archipelago in Sal, which will allow us to easily explore downwind to the other islands later. Palmyra is a traditional fishing village with a very sheltered anchorage. Many of the locals are involved in fishing, which they do in colourful wooden boats. As little grows on the island, fish is a major food source. The village itself is small and the locals friendly. We set off on our folding bikes to see some more of the coast. Sal is one of the least naturally beautiful islands. It has the main airport and a substantial number of tourists at a resort in the south of the island. The landscape is fairly barren and there are few paved roads.